Hello, welcome to the St Kilda Bayside Report for November 2016. My name is Gary Peer.
And I'm Jeremy Rosens.
You are indeed Jeremy Rosens. And how much has been happening, Jeremy Rosens? It's been mad, hasn't it?
It has been frenetic to the point that you are lathered up. I don't even know how to describe it, but I know that you ran a long distance to get here.
You know what, Jeremy? I decided I'd go to the gym before and then I didn't want to keep you waiting and be late, so that's my story and I'm sticking to it anyway.
I've got to say, it looks like it's the first time you've actually seen the inside of a gym ever.
It may have been, exactly right. Did a 5-minute workout, then I had some coffee and cake.
Good for you.
Mr. Rosens, I just want to say to you, so much has been going on.
Huge.
We've been on the block, we've been in the awards, and we're at this
incredible
incredible
did
house.
some sales and some leasings and some
we
listings
did some
and things
sales
like that.
and leasing and listings, and there's probably there's so many results to go through, but
I kind of feel like real estate got in the way over the last couple of months.
It did, didn't it? But let's talk about firstly the awards, the REIV awards. We were in 11.
To you as well.
Thank you very much. We'll get to save it.
No, you got there.
But we did get there. Jeremy, we were in 11 categories. First 8, we won 1 out of first 8 for communication, which is very much around this.
That's not unusual for us.
Then we came to the big 3, best small agent, best medium agent, and best large agent, which covers the whole network.
We got that's the gong. That's the one to win.
Well, that's the last one, and that's the one where you get to make a speech and the whole. Anyway, best small agent in Victoria, Mr. Rosens and Gary Pearson Kilda.
Correct. So everyone, the whole team, this was the one that we were trying to get.
Exactly right.
And we got it.
Well, you had the back-to-back the last 2 years of best salesperson, but this time it was the best small agency in Victoria. So congratulations to you and to the team in St Kilda. Very proud of you. Well done to Lior and the team at Carnegie. They were finalists in the best medium-sized agency. And by the way, there's hundreds of real estate agents, but we were finalists in all 3, but then
thousands, Gary.
The thousands, yes, indeed. Then it came down to the big one at the end, Jeremy. We may have a little bit of footage here because it's very exciting. The best large estate agent in the entire Victoria was
Gary Peer and Associates.
We did it. We nailed it. So here's some great footage of us all getting up on the stage. Big thrill.
Great speech you gave.
Well, I don't know about a great speech. I was a bit caught on. Firstly, Philip wasn't there, which is great because he's left in the middle of the awards to go and MC an event, which is fantastic. So Philip, isn't it? And then, of course, we got the award, but then we actually didn't know we lost it.
I'll tell you what. So after that night, it was a big night, Gary. I don't even know where we ended up.
We lost the award.
In South
it was
Melbourne
a beautiful trophy.
Melbourne or something.
Lost the goal.
Hey!
Oh, sexy, excuse me.
What do you got special? I found something.
Take a seat.
That I believe that you guys may have lost. Yes, very suspicious part of the apartment. Residential Agency of the Year.
Please take a seat.
Award.
Next to the largest and hottest estate agent. Anyway.
I'm not even going to tell you where I found it.
Yeah. Oh, we better not.
Under a bed at the block.
Well, that's a good story.
I don't know why or how or who.
Well, I'm not. Did you take that to the block? What's going on there?
I'm taking the Fifth
Amendment. The Fifth Amendment. That's not the one where you have guns, is it? That's a different one.
Well, who knows? Because that's also happened since our last filming.
That's right.
But we won't even touch. Let's not get political, Gary. Let's not get political because it'll be a nightmare.
How good is it to have Julie and Sasha here? And congratulations to Julie
and
Sasha.
Done. That was a huge effort.
How much fun did we have on the block? It was just fantastic.
We don't need to introduce these ladies anymore.
No,
surely they're well known.
Well, they're better known. No, we've spent 30 years at a career and they just rock in and say g'day, and all of a sudden, before you know
there we go.
They're international stars.
He gets very nervous around superstars.
Well, before
he sweats up a little bit as well.
So we're still the same old girls he used to know, Gary.
You sure you haven't changed?
Don't get nervous, Gary.
I'm getting excited now.
Ray Martin wouldn't sweat up like that. So Ray Martin wouldn't sweat up like that. You said you looked like Ray Martin last week.
Depends on what he did the night before. But how excited to have the girls here. And let's just review and talk about the block. First, we've got some footage up now about, and here it is on the screen, the moment where you won $660,000. How good was that?
Philip absolutely lost his marbles that day. He went berserk.
How was Phil? He could not stop laughing. He was amazing, and we were sitting there on the sofa, terrified as all get out, but we just could not stop laughing. And we had our executive producer standing behind the camera, so you guys couldn't see him, and he did not stop laughing the entire
I think without being unfair to the other state agents, I think Phil certainly showed his points of difference. Let's say
Absolutely.
that. Very politically.
Were there actually other estate agents there?
Well, now you're just being cheeky, but let's just review it. You've been on the block, you've done this stint, you've made $660,000. What does that mean to you and to your lives?
It totally changes our life. Like literally, it just gives us the ability to be able to go and renovate, buy again. It helps us out, it's incredible, honestly.
And we're going to go
You've
back
still
a little
got
bit.
time for the little people though, don't you?
Of course we do. Of course we do. The best agents, right?
When I say little, I don't mean that little.
We're not going to argue with you. Not sure if that's in camera. Maybe just put it in the middle there, Jeremy, very subtly.
Well,
Ladies, if you wouldn't mind holding that throughout the whole...
Rest that on my knee.
Very shy. So let's talk about, you were there, you did it, 660. I just want to go back to something because there was that moment where you just walked out of the room where you were overwhelmed. Totally. And I might show a little bit about what was going through your mind at that time.
I still pinch myself now because I actually still can't believe it happened to us. We still, honestly, when we saw the reserves, we knew you guys would do a fantastic job and get us over the line from a reserve perspective. But how much over? We did no highest reserve in the history of the block. And then that figure that just came in, it took my breath away. Seriously.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It was so exciting. I mean, we weren't sure, really. I mean, we really didn't know. I think none of us knew. I mean, we all put in our combined efforts. You did the most incredible job at providing something so beautiful.
Yeah,
that was so
amazing.
And and all credit to Jeremy. I don't give it to him that often, but all credit to him. Exactly right. And to Daniel and Charlotte, his team, and the girls, and Eliza, everybody put in. But it was a really, I mean, the agents aren't really that considered because we're only shown at the end. But there's a lot of work, a lot of boxes to tick, and there was all that controversy about the buyers, and I think the reality is we had so many people noted down just because of our processes, and I think in some ways that kind of almost went against us in a way with the reserve. But it was a great auction. 3 really strong buyers, a number of others couldn't get in, and some interesting people bidding, and some interesting buyers, and of course you had your Frank and Nicole, and then you had that lady, the other lady that was bidding. It was interesting, and some of the other auctions were interesting.
And then you had Hughesy.
Hughesy was there,
made an appearance.
Just gave me a ring on Friday to register.
He did nothing beautifully, didn't he?
Yeah, he did nothing.
He did nothing beautifully.
Useless. Thanks, Hughesy.
Yeah, thanks for that, Hughesy. But
although Gary, he wasn't the only person that did nothing really well that day. Because, and I'm not sure whether we can get a script, but I know there's a mannequin challenge that they're doing across the world, but I didn't realise that you were the... When you do the mannequin challenge, you have to have other people, you can't just stand there like this.
No, I know. I'm going to put up, I'm going to see if visuals make it do this, I'm going to put up the other adjusting image because I felt like Donald Trump's son. Remember he was just standing there, and there was, and then there was Melania, which is probably you, the glamour girl, Phil in the middle, right? And then there was just the son, just at the end, just sort of doing that. And I felt a bit like, what's his name? That son, Barron. Very good. Barron Trump. There we go.
Have you been Googling before?
Up on the Trump.
Wow, there you go. So let's talk about...
I want to set the air straight a little bit though, Gary, because there's a couple of things I want to tell the viewers about, and it's a bit of the back end of the block.
Yes.
So there are 2 things that I want to talk about. First
behind the scenes exclusive here on...
It's not behind the scenes so much as I want to clear the air, because I think some people got a bit of a bad rap with some of the filming and the editing. And this is no disrespect to Nine, because they do a great job. But you were...
Don't pass out.
Do you want to tell him how to get over the fainting whole thing?
Would you head
do you need a moment, Gary?
Head between your knees, Gary.
Oh, boy, I don't know if that'll be any better.
Just stick to the water.
What have you got in mind? Turn off the cameras. Go on.
Okay, so the first thing is, we were, as an agency, criticised when we were talking, when you two were talking about the buyers that you had in that little meeting room the night before. And you said that you had 4 buyers, and they said you have a lot more.
Correct.
Now, how many people bid at your auction?
3.
So,
and when I was asked that question, and it's a really good point you raised, when I was asked that question, I was asked how many bidders do we have for our apartment?
Yeah, as opposed to everybody else the same bidder.
And we went with, well, we have 3 or 4 emotional people just buying or bidding on our apartment. The other 8 buyers or potential bidders, they were for any apartment on the block.
Correct.
So I don't consider them a buyer.
So you got it right.
Yes.
And how many times on that day did you and I talk? Because apparently we'd never spoken.
We spoke at least at least a dozen, if not more.
That's right. We were keeping you uninformed, weren't we?
Yeah.
That's right.
That's point number 1.
That's right.
Thank you for clearing that. The second one is that I think you got a little bit of negative press around the reaction and you're almost fainting. And what the people watching don't realise is there's 1,000 voices. You can't even hear the auction.
No.
Good old Scotty Cam is in your ear about what's going on. And I knew, looking at you two, that you had no idea what was going on.
No.
And it was portrayed that you were, how would I say, slightly ungrateful with what had happened. But since then, I think you've gone to great lengths to explain to everyone how unbelievably life-changing this is.
Yep.
Clear the air with the viewers now to let them know that's the truth about how happy you are.
100%. I think you hit the nail on the head, Jem. There is so much going on in that room. First of all, we went in there second, so we'd seen what had happened to Will and Carly's auction, so we were in shock that had even happened, because after we got our reserves, we honestly thought we would be pushing to even make above the reserve. So we were in shock that had happened. We walked down there, there were at least 15, maybe even 20 people in the room. There are numerous cameras working, there are sound people, there are numerous producers shouting out a million things at you. You cannot understand what's happening.
We've been up since 5 a.m. We haven't eaten.
You've spoken to me 100 times.
Stood on the roof for like 6 or 7 hours.
It was hot.
It was hot.
Yeah.
And we literally were just completely overwhelmed.
And this seriously is life-changing, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, $100,000 is life-changing. You know, what you can do with that kind of money is unbelievable these days. But, you know, that's incredible.
Now, I want to talk about a couple of things, because we're going to have a few of the behind-the-scenes things. You know, there was so much footage, and we've worked with you and obviously, you know, enjoyed a great relationship. But, you know, the block showed a lot of tension between you two. So let me ask you, did the block test your relationship? Was it anything different to your normal life together, or was it...
You want to answer?
Okay.
Do you know what sounds
Good question, isn't it?
Probably not.
Yeah, I think it's great that you're separated. You can still sit on the couch together. It's a beautiful thing.
Exactly right.
No, look, I think we're both fiery personalities anyway, and we go head to head on a lot of different things. But that's just because we're passionate about a lot of different things, and I don't think that's anything.
That's a great thing.
A bad thing.
It's not a bad thing at all.
The thing about the block is you are in this bizarre environment that tests you in every way, because you're freezing, you're starving, you're not exercising properly. You're tired, you're sleep deprived, so it tests you anyway, and then throw in all of these cameras there, and you become friends with the crew,
and then renovating on top of that.
So it's all like the most stressful things, and maybe other couples. I know a lot of the other couples bicket as much as we did. They just were clever and did it over text, so the camera could never get that. Whereas we just let it all hang
Can
out.
you next time you speak to my wife? Can we
too.
do that? Can you send a message now to Mishy that when we bicker, just text me?
Just
Exactly
text
right.
Make a big deal.
That's
Just
why
text
they've
me.
got angry emojis. You put those in the text, and that's it. That explains it all.
That's exactly right.
That's what they're there for, isn't
That's
it?
exactly right. But I think because we became such good friends with the crew, we were like, oh, well, it's just like arguing in front of your sister. Who cares? And of course, that's
You
where
let
they
your
get the
guard
great
down.
TV.
But we've worked with you, and there seems to be little conflict. There seems to be mostly agreement, and of course you're going to, like everybody, that's real life, isn't it? It's real life.
And we both have strong opinions.
Yeah,
you know, I
absolutely.
think whereas sometimes in other couples they may one of the couples is more opinionated than the other. You know, whereas we have both really strong opinions, and we both like to get our opinion across.
And I think we just cared so much about what we were doing. Like if it was like a golf tournament, we wouldn't have fought because I don't care.
Yeah, she wouldn't care.
I don't care. But when you're
I'd care.
renovating,
Golf tournament.
I know, right? You would care. But when you're renovating, we're both so passionate about it, and that was why we went on the show. It wasn't
So
for
did
any
it
other
change
reason.
your relationship, or everything was just the same as it always is? The same
No,
sort of...
It's like,
the
have you been
same.
reading like the Who Weekly or something where there was some article that their relationship is straight?
I just like
Tell us about how's the baby going? Tell us about that.
Do you want to say that?
Immaculate conception.
Yeah, there
Well,
you go.
I think
Miracles do happen on the block.
I think you should tell the truth, because I lost the trophy that night that the...
Oh, don't even start. Don't even start. That's why I'm sweating so much. As soon as I see you on the other side,
You get nervous.
I get nervous straight away. So it's over now.
It's all great.
Tell me about the end of it. Was it a big come down? Was it relief? Was it a disappointment? I mean, I know that the money was obviously, but just the whole lifestyle that you had at that time. I mean, now it's over. Back to normal. Are we happy to be back to normal? Do we miss the lights and the cameras other than here?
Well, we're back here in front of the camera, so we're grateful for that. It's a bit of both, I think. It's quite bittersweet. Our time on the block was so incredibly difficult and so very testing, but it was also the most amazing experience we'd ever had. And then, you know, we really enjoyed all of the PR stuff and the anticipation leading up to auction. So it's kind of like a balloon burst, I think. It's exciting and there's relief, but then it's also, what now?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to ask you on camera, because we've got a lot of our clients viewing. You did do your tour of your home with Jeremy. Are you available for the tour of our clients' homes, and exclusively our clients' homes?
Put it
I'm going to put it right on camera.
What about
this
me? Were you asking both of us, or were you just asking one, Gary?
I was asking both of you. Well,
I'll do the tours with you.
Exactly right.
And these two can go and do that.
We
Don't forget though, Gary,
Yeah, good.
who made that tour. I mean, she was but a puppet
You know what? There's like
in my tour.
There's almost 4,000 people have seen that now. That
yeah, I know, because they all ring me and say,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
It did, isn't it?
And
It was like when Kim Kardashian came out of the
easy now, easy, Gary.
Me,
No,
Kim Kardashian.
That's good.
What was that?
Well, I like that. You wouldn't understand.
And to be fair, and I think we touched on it in the last video, we've since spoken to the casting agent and the producers that selected us to go on the block, and we did have a lot of that video in our application video, and they said that is what caught their attention and it got us over the line. So there is
more
value in it than
do
we
the property tours.
100%.
Visual domain,
two messages there.
Yeah.
Do the property tours to the vendors and get me in them, because I am basically, I'm the one that got them on the show.
Here's your ticket to the block.
And I'm surprised you didn't invite me to do a little bit more on the block, like help you renovating things, which I'm a bit surprised.
Some more post-block.
Really?
Some more post-block interrogation questions. Yeah, you're right. Are you going to be in touch with any of the other contestants, do you think? Do you think you're going to remain in touch with anyone? Who's your favourite? Who are you going to be in touch with?
For sure. I think we definitely love everyone and have a lot of respect.
Is there like
for
a reunion?
everybody.
Is there like a block reunion coming at some stage?
Look,
There'll be
who
some
knows?
events
There'll be
and
events
stuff.
and
Yeah.
things
Okay.
like
They
that.
need a couple of weeks to go past before they have a reunion. It's only 10 or 12
Yeah, it's
days,
been like
Gary.
10 days or something.
Is it appropriate to ask you when you actually get the money?
Settlement.
Settlement, okay.
So I
very
think
good.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know whether with
Yes,
this Privacy Act, we can't talk too much about the settlement.
Okay.
But nothing until
good
settlement. So just like a normal sale.
Okay,
really.
fair
Yeah.
enough. So who do you think you'll stay in touch with from the block?
Look, I think it's no secret that we were very, very close with Will and Carly the whole time.
Yes.
We're so happy for them that they took out the
Yep.
win. We love them.
Yep.
We have a very close friendship, so that will certainly continue. And all of the other guys are great, and I'm sure that we'll see them all from time to time. And
So that's a
everyone's
no
did
to
job.
everybody
You know, you
except Will and
should.
Carly.
Well, that's your interpretation.
I think the thing is, you share a mutual respect.
Yep.
There's only very few people. There's less than 100 people that have done the block journey together.
Yep.
And those people will have that bond for the rest of their life.
Yep.
You know, whether you see them all the time or not, but, you will have that, as Julia said, that mutual respect and that, that contact with them anyway.
And what's that building going to be to you? You're going to drive to the airport or go...
We're kind of sad. We're kind of sad that we had to hand the keys back.
How long did you actually...
We've got two.
Are you able to say...
On this one that we feel sad.
Are you able to say of how long you actually was sleeping there? Was that something you could
so
talk
we were
about?
there for 12 weeks. So we
Okay,
filmed
cool.
for
Okay.
12 weeks, and
Okay.
then we finished filming mid-August, and the show went to air the following week. Then we had to overlap.
And when you moved out of there, was there a sense of sadness then as well? Or was it like, this is our baby and off it goes?
Not so much, because we got to go back and stay there if we had events in the city or we had events at the block. So we kind of had that.
And nice of you to give it to me for
access.
the night too.
Yeah,
Well,
that's right.
I'm not sure we gave it to you. Just
Not
opened
sure how that
the
got
door
there,
and
by
stuff
the
with
way.
his little
Oh, it's now coming back to me.
That's something we can talk about later off camera.
Yeah,
probably.
we will.
But yeah, now that we've given the key back and we can't go back, that's a really sad time.
Yeah, that's a moment, isn't it?
I still
That's
have a
moment,
key,
yeah.
so
Oh,
yes.
yay! You said that.
No,
Yeah.
be after
Really
you.
have one.
I lost it, but I think I've confined it
So
somewhere.
there was once, I don't know hoodoo, there was once a sale at the block that did fall through. Do you remember that? A couple of years, there was a bit of a controversy.
Yes, but let's not go down
interesting
that
story, but
path,
it did get
Gary.
resold again, and because we were friendly with the agent that did it.
Yeah.
But
Right.
that won't happen to you because we know or we believe it's a very rock solid deal. Is that right, Jeremy?
That's correct,
And Jeremy's
Gary.
going to
That's
underwrite it, so
correct.
it's fine.
Yes. Yep. With
so-
your
So what's now you've done the block, your relationship is exactly as good as it was.
Yeah.
You've been down this journey together. What now? You're back to work?
I'm back to work. I was back to work straight after, so was Julia.
Yeah,
So we've been
you're
working,
back to work?
We've been working
Okay.
pretty hard.
Yep,
But
yep.
now we're just in the market for a new house.
Okay, so we are
That's the
diligently
plan.
looking.
Diligently.
And
New
eagerly-
renovator, new project.
Yep.
Exactly right. So we're going to look for something that's going to be a new project for the girls, and we'll clearly we'll track you closely through that.
Yeah,
and keep the viewers advised, and we'll have another little sort of private block, won't we? I suppose at least. Well, it'll be the house or something. We'll give it some identity.
You're rambling
name.
again, Gary.
I am rambling again.
You're rambling.
And tell me something else, just for the record now.
a lot of questions. You're like
I'm
Columbo,
full of it.
mate.
I am. So you've got the settlement. Is that just going to go towards your next renovation? Is that the plan, pretty much, and just keep rolling it over now and doing
Pretty
something
so.
different? And the holiday? You want a holiday? Do we know anything about the holiday
No,
yet?
we got no details.
Well,
but good point, Gary.
I know about the holiday.
We need to follow that
How
up.
many
Stace.
people do you get on your holiday?
I think
Well,
we can get as many
as we can
you
fit.
guys.
Right. Okay. So I like a warm climate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So-
how do you feel about Byron?
And I need about 3 weeks to
Get your leaving,
get into it.
to wax, to tan, to
Yeah.
mani
TMI,
pedi, the whole
TMI.
stuff.
I sort of had a similar experience to you, and television, because I was on Family Feud. Yes, I might. It's great, isn't it?
She loves Family
And
Feud.
I might even have some footage. If I
You and Rob Gruff.
And if I can drag out the footage, I can tell you there'll be people that I'll be bringing off the floor. They'll be laughing so hard about it. So I was on Family Feud, and we won the first Family Feud night. And and of course everything's so dressed up beautifully. You've won this fantastic thing, and then it comes to you like in a box. It looks so crappy. It was so poorly.
What are you talking about, Gary?
Well,
this is a block show. It's not just for the Family Feud.
I'm trying to make a point.
I don't even know we can talk. It's Channel 7, mate. We can't talk about that.
No one's sponsoring us, mate. It's all over. So, or maybe I should be careful until settlement. Yeah. So, because there'll be the little red tape if someone talks about Family Feud. If somebody tries to upstage you with their Family Feud fame, and maybe you won't get anything. But I'm just saying that the gifts that we won, they didn't look as good. So I'm just worried about your holiday is going to be actually Caravan Park in Macrae or something like that. Not there's anything wrong with that, but
stays are pretty good. So
stays are great.
I think we'll be sorted.
Excellent.
So do you
shout out to
pick it for
Stays
you?
too?
No, I think
We get a voucher.
I think we get good shout out to Stays. I think we get to pick whatever we want accommodation wise.
Okay,
So,
very good.
Well, I also like 5 stars as well.
So greatest joy at the end was just the actual win, the auction day.
Who could predict that?
Yeah.
It was a huge day. It was an amazing day.
And toughest time on the block was when?
Every day.
Every day
Yeah.
was tough.
What about
The
that?
first 5 weeks was really hard. After that, we got our block legs, and I think we were okay. And doing it second
Block
time
legs,
round.
is that a technical term?
And do you know what?
Yeah,
I tell you what else I want to do. I know we've had a lot of people tune in that aren't usually watching our show, but they are big Julie and Sasha fans. And on that day it was open, there were people with banners holding their names and whatever. Do you want to say something to your fans? Because people are going to be watching this that couldn't give a damn about me or you or me or real estate or Gary Peel, the company or anything. But they're here for you. Is there anything you want to say to your fans? If you anything you want to say, because you must have had a lot of people reaching out for you, supporting you.
And we are forever indebted to you guys for that support, because honestly, if there isn't that support there, we don't get this opportunity to be on this great show.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about. And we loved meeting everyone that came down to open day, and we love all of your messages, and we read every single one on Instagram and Facebook. And Sasha's in control of Twitter, and she likes those too.
I haven't even looked at the Twitter.
Keep watching, because we're going to do the new project, and we'll keep posting about that as well.
So the tweets will continue, the Facebook will continue, and life goes on. So Julie and Sasha, there is life beyond the block, and it is so good to have you on, and thank you for being so generous with your time. We look forward to working together again.
Yes,
and thanks to everyone in the Gary Peer team, because honestly, we could not have done it without you guys.
Well,
and to be fair, being on the block, we could have had our pick of any agent in Melbourne, the biggest, the best. And there was not even...
Well, you chose both.
None of them were available. None of them were available.
Yeah. And when they didn't answer their phones, were the next ones.
None other.
Small residential agency of the year.
Yes, thank you very
But
much.
seriously, we would always choose you guys.
Tthank you.
What we should do before we go is,
I
think we need to review the house that we're in, Gary, because this house
that's what we should do. We're in a great house, and we're going to ask for you to help review it with us, because this one is a twilight auction, and you were saying a twilight auction is a good auction
to have. It's a smart idea. It's a great idea.
It's always fun. Carnival atmosphere almost, a twilight auction.
Absolutely.
So here we are, 22 The Avenue, in the heart of East St Kilda, or Balaclava.
Yes.
And this is around the corner from your old joint. So you know this area well. You know that we've got Attica up the road, and all the cafes and the transport. But take us through. Tell us a little bit. It's all good. Tell us a little bit about this house, if you would.
This house. Look, we're suckers for an old period home, and this has got it all, and it's got it in spades. So double fronted, amazing entry. It's got the most beautiful cornice that I think I've ever seen. 3 bedrooms, soaring ceilings, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, lacquered flooring. It is beautiful. North-facing back area, which I think is hands down the best aspect you can have.
How good's this room though? This open plan family room and kitchen.
Amazing.
It is sensational. Going to auction, Gary, this Thursday. If I'm not mistaken, Gary, it's going to be on at 6:30 p.m. We're going to be open from 6. Going to be fun. So come on down at 6 o'clock.
Are you doing the auction, or is it that madman Philip?
The guy with the guy who? Where is Philip right now?
He's not walking into screen.
Do you know why he's not? You know why he's not here?
Why's that? He's working on Rupert Murdoch for his own show.
No, he's supposed to. He reckons he had a meeting with Channel 9 and it got cancelled, and he's now meeting with Channel 31. And that's happening as we speak.
Exactly right.
Good try.
So anyway, 6:30 on this Thursday night, which is going to be the 24th of November, one of the last auctions of the year, Gary. This one is a superb home. Come on down, bring your checkbooks, and bid with confidence.
There is some still auction action this year, but this is one of the best to go, that's for sure. We're looking forward to the twilight auction, and if you don't don't see Philip on Channel 9, then watch him. Maybe he'll be on the Albanian news on Channel 31 or something like that. But it is so good to have Julie and Sasha here. Thank you. Congratulations again.
We'll Thank you.
We look forward to bringing you news next month. I don't know if it gets any better than being here on the couch with the girls.
It's blocktastic, Gary.
It is blocktastic with the blockheads. Yeah. And we look forward to seeing you next month.
Blockaholic.
Absolutely. We can keep on going, shall we?
Let's get the block out of here, Gary.
Okay. Bye now. Cheers.